Hello everyone, Merry Christmas. I'm Reiki Master Sharon, and today I just wanted to do a quick reading for you guys. We have a full moon in Cancer tomorrow, which can be very emotional. It kind of can lead to new beginnings and new ways of how you look at the structure of your life, which a lot of us are kind of reluctant to change, so that can be a little hard to handle sometimes. So hopefully with this message that I have for you guys today, it'll help you navigate through some of those feelings. So what we have here is, I look for you everywhere. So I feel like this person sees you in everything that they do, whether they're sleeping or awake. They always feel connected to you. Everything reminds them of you. It could be a song on the radio, or a place that they're going, or, a color that they see. But they hide behind material things. So I feel like so I kind of feel this is connected to this aspect of not letting themselves get close to you. I think it stems from a vulnerability, insecurity. They kind of tend to use material things to feel more stable and grounded within their environment. And I think they're starting to realize that in doing that, it's not bringing them a lot of fulfillment in their life. With this, I know that I crossed the line with you. I think they realize that not allowing themselves to be vulnerable with you has caused you pain. I think that they know that it's been kind of detrimental to the progress of your relationship, but I don't think that they did it on purpose. I think it was done out of a fear of being vulnerable, which can stem from abusive relationships or being overly criticized in their childhood, or getting a lot of rejection in other areas of their life. But in seeing that, now it's time for them to heal. So we have the Five of Horns over here, which is relative to the Five of Cups. But as you can see, she's very sad. She's kind of mourning her loss. This rune here it stands for inevitable destruction. So we all have to endure a season of winter at times. It can't always be sunshine and rainbows all of the time. But if we have faith and we endure that weather, then we come into a time of abundance. This could be inheriting wealth. It could be inheriting spiritual knowledge from past lives or your ancestors. But basically, it's just encouraging you to break yourself out of a mental hell and realize that it is possible to have heaven on earth. And that is, the spiritual truth that is kind of coming through here. We have the Ace of Swords, which is Archangel Michael's sword of truth. And it also has this little emblem here that looks like Thor's hammer, which can only be wielded by those who are worthy. So Archangel Michael's sword of truth can only be wielded by those who are worthy of it. But now moving on from that, we have the Three of Shields. So this is, to me, it's speaking to finding a balance of the light and the dark in your life and putting in the work to balance out situations and relationships. I also think that it has to do with raising your vibration and becoming more self-aware and having this kind of awakening, right? It's also calling you to actually put into practice what your spiritual calling is. It wants you to be vulnerable enough to put yourself out there in an authentic way. So with the Four of Shields here, you see the boat's on fire. I see what I get from this card and the Seven of Shields together is that this boat that is on fire is something that was an inevitable destruction. And we have the same rune here. And it's just speaking to the fact that sometimes we have to hold our ground and stand up for ourselves and take a new stance and, be willing to be vulnerable and say what our needs are. That can be scary. Especially if, you've come to adapt people pleasing as a way to avoid conflict. That can be very scary to step out of that way of thinking. But you can't make everybody happy. And at the end of the day, you have to protect yourself and you have to protect, you have to be someone that your spirit feels safe with. If you keep allowing people to impose their will on you, then you can't be happy, you can't make them happy, and then nobody's happy. The people who love you will understand. And the people that don't, well, then they probably just had ulterior motives anyway. But I see this man standing here with a sword. This is a shield card. So with the Ace of Swords here and detached from the situation here, I feel like this masculine is stepping into this spot where he is now able to heal from his wounds. He knows what they are. And that's allowed him to wield the sword of truth from Archangel Michael. This is him ascending. This is a reflection of things that have been, a victory and a loss in your life. There's a lot of reflection in these cards. And we also have, I am terrified. I think this person is scared of being vulnerable. They're scared of opening themselves up to the possibility of being hurt again. They see you as such a beautiful person. They don't understand why you need them. Nines may be significant to somebody. And they wonder if, you think about them too. The number 9 is the Hermit card in the traditional tarot. So they may be keeping all of this to themselves because they're scared. They may need or feel that they need to detach and reflect. But I also think that it's also saying that, it would be good for your relationship to spend more time with each other. As we have number 1 here, which number 1 is the Magician. And that's there because it's reminding you that you have all the tools that you need to succeed and to bring your vision or your wish or desires into reality. Here we have the children card. It's cherish and enter their world. You see him in the water and there's all these butterflies. What this says to me is that, it reminds me of when I was a kid and I went into the water and I was happy and I was, able to enjoy it without thinking about all the things that could be in it. All of the things that could hurt me. The undertow taking me out to sea. The sharks biting me or eating me. Or jellyfish stinging me. Or all the bacteria and stuff that's in the water. No, he's not worried about any of that. He is enjoying the moment for what it is. And with these butterflies, it says to me that there's transformation here. I think Spirit is calling you to embrace the mind of a child and love like you haven't been hurt before. And forgive. Forgive yourself for allowing yourself to be hurt. Forgive that person for hurting you. Because they were probably hurt themselves too. Hurt people. But, Jesus says it's going to be hard for people to enter the kingdom of heaven if they don't have the mindset of a child. Children are naturally connected to their spiritual essence. They're innocent. A child isn't born knowing how to hate something. So, I believe that this card is really urging us to remember that, just like this one was, that heaven on earth is possible. Heaven is a vibration, it's a mindset, it's allowing yourself to live in the moment and seize it and enjoy it for what it is. Going and taking a rainy day and going and jumping in a puddle and, taking what seems like a bad situation and using it to turn it into something good. So from Archangel Michael, we have detached from the situation. And the prayer says, Archangel Michael, I ask you to use your flaming sword to cut any attachment to fear or drama so that I may be centered in the knowingness that peace is everywhere within me and this situation. So I do believe that Spirit is calling you to remember your power. Remember that you do have the choice to remain in peace and not this mental hell. There may be things that are outside of your control, but life is still happening. It may not be ideal, but I can guarantee you it could probably be a whole lot worse. And don't say that it can't get any worse, please, because the universe has a funny way of showing you how it can. But with this Seven of Cups here, I see, it reminds me of The Little Mermaid when she's in the ship and she's singing about how she has these material things, but she wants more. I think this is a realization that this person is realizing that the material things that they have are not fulfilling. They're not truly fulfilling or making their soul happy. But I think on another hand, it's also showing you that there are other aspects of your life that you can give attention to raise your own vibration and come out of this mental hell and focus on yourself and your own healing journey and reflect on how these things that have hurt you are teaching you something. So that is the message that I have for you guys today. And I hope that helps somebody. I know that it helped me. If you like this video, please like, share, subscribe to the channel. I'd love to see you next time. And you guys have a wonderful day. And hopefully I will see you next time.